Today we are exploring 12 ghost towns, places where people went missing and never came back.
Number 1. Calico, California. In the late 1800s, Calico, California was a booming silver mining town. Miners filled its dusty streets chasing dreams of fortune, and at its height, over 500 mines surrounded the area. But when silver prices collapsed in the 1890s, the town emptied almost overnight. Calico became a ghost town, swallowed by the Mojave Desert winds. Today, Calico is restored as a ghost town attraction, but many say the spirits of its miners never left. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures walking between abandoned cabins at dusk. Others claim to hear the clinking of tools deep within the old Silver King mine long after dark.
I came here to see if I could find something in the old mines, but I think I found something dark.
Park rangers and guests often describe sudden cold spots and faint whispers carried through the desert air. Flashlights flicker, doors slam shut, and the sound of boots crunching on gravel echoes when no one's around. It's as if Calico refuses to let go of its wild frontier spirit, its ghostly miners still searching for one last strike. At sunset, when the red hills glow like embers, the silence feels heavy with memories. Calico may be a tourist stop now, but under its cheerful surface, the town still hums with the restless energy of the Old West. Those who stay too long say the desert watches, and sometimes it whispers back. Number 2. Portlock, Alaska. Deep in the remote wilderness of southern Alaska lies the abandoned village of Portlock. In the early 1900s, it was a thriving fishing and cannery settlement known for its rich salmon runs. But by the 1950s, every resident had fled, leaving homes, tools, and boats behind. The reason? Something dark was said to be stalking them.
I am here to catch that famous monster, but I haven't seen anything yet.
Villagers spoke of a creature called Nantinak, a towering hairy beast similar to Bigfoot. Hunters disappeared. Strange tracks the size of dinner plates were found in the mud, and mutilated bodies were discovered near the riverbanks. Fear spread like wildfire. Families packed what they could and escaped overnight, never to return. Even today, locals from nearby villages refuse to camp near Portlock. Fishermen say the air feels wrong, thick with dread. Some report hearing howls echoing through the fog or seeing massive shapes move among the trees.
Do you think that ancient creature still lives in these woods?
Who knows? My man.
Scientists have never confirmed what drove everyone away, but the legend of Nantinak remains one of Alaska's darkest mysteries. Number 3. Jerome, Arizona. Perched high on Cleopatra Hill, Jerome, Arizona was once called the wickedest town in the West. Founded in the late 1800s as a copper mining camp, it was filled with saloons, brothels, and rowdy miners. But as the copper supply dried up in the 1950s, Jerome's population fell from thousands to just a handful. Empty buildings clung to the mountainside, creaking in the desert wind. Today, Jerome survives as an artist town, but its ghosts never left. The ghost of a miner known as Headless Charlie is often seen wandering near old tunnels, still searching for his lost fortune, or perhaps his missing head. Residents say the spirit of a nurse still haunts the Grand Hotel, watching over patients who never recovered.
If you see the spirit of a nurse in this hotel, you should run. Do you need help?
Others tell of a phantom cat that roams the corridors, brushing against guests before vanishing into thin air. Even in the daylight, Jerome feels suspended between life and the afterlife. When night falls and the desert grows quiet, the town's windows seem to flicker with ghostly light. Jerome's past lingers in every stone and shadow, a reminder that not all towns die quietly. Number 4. Bannack, Montana. In 1862, gold was discovered along Grasshopper Creek, and almost overnight, Bannack, Montana was born. For a few short years, Bannack was one of the liveliest towns in the West, but it was also one of the most dangerous. Outlaws roamed the streets, and no one knew who to trust. The most feared man of all was Sheriff Henry Plummer. Some believed he was honest, while others claimed he secretly led a gang of robbers.
Please avoid Sheriff Henry Plummer.
When too many miners disappeared, angry townsfolk formed a vigilante group. In 1864, Plummer and several others were captured and hanged. Their bodies were buried near town, and people said Bannack was cursed from that day on. Visitors who explore the old buildings today say Bannack's ghosts still linger. At the Hotel Mead, footsteps echo in empty hallways, and some guests have spotted a woman in a blue dress standing by the grand staircase. Others hear whispers carried on the cold Montana wind, or see shadows move behind broken windows just after sunset. Though Bannack is now a state park, it feels as if time has stopped.
People should know this town is pretty much alive.
It's okay, honey.
The wooden buildings creak, the air grows still, and the past feels close enough to touch. Locals say that after dark, Bannack's gold rush days return. Only now, the miners, outlaws, and sheriffs who walk the streets are no longer alive. Number 5. St. Elmo, Colorado. Tucked high in the Rocky Mountains, St. Elmo was once a bustling mining town filled with families, merchants, and miners chasing silver dreams. But when the mines closed in the 1920s, the town was abandoned. One family refused to leave, the Starks.
Listen to me, we will never leave our home.
Brothers Tony and Roy, along with their sister Annabelle, stayed behind to run the general store and post office. Annabelle became known for her stern ways, rarely smiling and never forgiving outsiders who mocked her crumbling town. After her death in the 1950s, strange things began to happen in St. Elmo. Visitors reported seeing Annabelle's ghost staring from the windows of the old hotel, her spirit watching over the place she loved, doors open and close on their own.
A voice is telling me to get out of her house. She says her name is Annabelle.
Some say her footsteps echo along Main Street long after dark, as if she's still keeping order among the ghosts. Today, St. Elmo stands almost perfectly preserved, a snapshot of the Old West frozen in time. But when the mountain winds blow through the empty streets, they seem to carry whispers of the past. Locals say Annabelle is still there, making sure no one forgets the town she refused to abandon. Number 6. Cahawba, Alabama. Once Alabama's first state capital, Cahawba was built in 1820 at the meeting of two rivers. It was a place of beauty, filled with grand homes, churches, and riverboats gliding across the water. But the rivers that made it thrive also doomed it. Flood after flood forced people to leave, and by the late 1800s, Cahawba was a ghost town swallowed by nature. As the city decayed, strange stories began to spread. The most famous is the tale of Pegues' ghost, named after Colonel Pegues, whose plantation once stood near town.
Did you know this was our state's first capital?
Yes, I also know this place is haunted.
After his death, people began seeing a glowing orb drifting through the trees near his old home. Even today, visitors to Old Cahawba report glowing lights, footsteps in the woods, and the sound of laughter and music floating through the mist. Some say the spirits of former residents still gather near the riverbanks, reliving the city's grandest nights under the stars. Now an archaeological park, Cahawba's crumbling foundations and moss-covered bricks tell the story of a place both beautiful and haunted. When the fog rises off the river at dusk, it's easy to believe that Cahawba never truly died. It simply crossed into another world where history and mystery walk hand in hand. Number 7. Oatman, Arizona. In the rocky Black Mountains of Arizona, the town of Oatman was born from a gold rush in 1915. Miners flooded in, gambling and working long hours under the desert sun. The boom didn't last, and when the mines closed, the people left. The most haunted place in town is the Oatman Hotel, built in 1902.
Let's check out the hotel.
I don't know. I think it is the most haunted place in town.
Guests have reported doors opening by themselves, cold spots in empty rooms, and laughter echoing through the hallways. The famous actors Clark Gable and Carole Lombard spent their honeymoon there, and many believe their happy spirits never checked out. Locals tell of a shadowy miner seen walking the desert trails at night, carrying a lantern that glows softly in the dark. Some say he's still searching for his lost gold, while others believe he guards Oatman's forgotten fortune.
We should have left this place already. It got dark so quick.
By day, Oatman is a cheerful tourist stop with burros wandering the streets. But when night falls, the town feels different. The air cools, the wind howls through the canyon, and the ghosts of miners and travelers seem to return, still chasing dreams buried deep beneath the desert. Number 8. Cerro Gordo, California. High above Death Valley sits Cerro Gordo, a silver mining town that once helped build Los Angeles. In the 1800s, it was a wild, dangerous place where fortunes were made and lives were lost. Shootouts, fires, and mining disasters turned the booming camp into one of California's most lawless towns.
Hello, is anyone there? Please, it is not funny.
Those who visit the ghost town today often speak of strange sounds in the night. Footsteps echo through the empty bunkhouse, and voices murmur where no one stands. Some believe the restless ghosts of miners still wander the hills, forever trapped in search of silver veins that brought them both wealth and death. One of the eeriest spots is the old Belshaw house, where a wealthy mine owner once lived.
Do you know if the boss is at home?
I don't know, Mike.
Visitors have reported lights flickering in the windows and curtains moving on their own. Even the caretakers say they sometimes feel watched, especially when the wind rattles the doors. Cerro Gordo's wooden buildings still stand tall against the desert sky, silent reminders of a wild past. But when darkness falls, the mountains seem to come alive with whispers. It's as if the ghosts of the miners refuse to let go of the town that made them legends. Number 9. Garnet, Montana. Deep in Montana's forested hills lies Garnet, a gold mining town built in the 1890s. Once home to hundreds of families, its streets were filled with laughter, music, and dreams of fortune. But when the gold ran out, the people vanished, leaving their homes, furniture, and memories behind. Visitors to Garnet today say the town is still alive in its own way. Some have heard piano music drifting from the empty saloon, or children's laughter echoing from the abandoned schoolhouse. Others have seen figures dressed in old-fashioned clothes walking the dirt roads, disappearing before they reach the next corner. Park rangers tell stories of strange lights appearing in windows with no power and sudden cold chills that sweep through the cabins.
The spirits of those who lived here still linger.
Even animals act strangely, avoiding certain buildings as if they sense something unseen. Garnet may be peaceful by day, but when the sun sets and the forest grows quiet, the past begins to stir. It's a place frozen in time, where the ghosts of miners, mothers, and children still walk beneath the Montana moon.
Is anyone there? Please come out. This is private property.
Number 10. Goldfield, Nevada. In the early 1900s, Goldfield, Nevada, was a city of dreams. Miners from across the West rushed there after gold was discovered, and for a short time, it became one of the richest towns in America. But as quickly as it rose, the gold ran out, and so did the people. What remains now is a quiet desert town.
I thought it was going to be fun to come here, but I am a bit afraid.
Me too. Let's get out of here.
Visitors have reported flickering lights, doors slamming, and even shadowy figures moving through the grand staircase. The most famous spirit is said to be Elizabeth, a young woman who died in the hotel and never left. Paranormal investigators have captured eerie whispers, cold spots, and moving objects within the hotel's halls.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, she just told us her name is Elizabeth.
Some guests have described hearing laughter one moment and heavy footsteps the next, only to find themselves completely alone.
Oh my God, a radio turned on by itself in there.
This place is definitely haunted.
Some say the spirits of miners and lost souls still guard the riches buried deep beneath the Nevada sands. Number 11. Dudleytown, Connecticut. Deep in the woods of northwestern Connecticut lies the ghostly remains of Dudleytown, a settlement so cursed that locals warn visitors never to enter. Founded in the 1740s, it was once a quiet farming community, but strange misfortunes plagued its residents. Crop failures, madness, and unexplained deaths drove everyone away.
People warned me not to come here. I hope I'll be okay.
Legends say the Dudley family brought a curse from England, one that followed them across generations. Hikers who wander into the area today report hearing whispers in the trees. Cameras often malfunction, and sudden cold spots appear even on warm days. Locals believe the spirits of the early settlers still haunt the woods, trapped by whatever dark history followed them there. Some visitors claim to see faint orbs of light floating between the trees, or hear distant cries that fade into the wind. Others say the silence itself feels alive. Today, Dudleytown sits on private land and is off limits to the public. But that hasn't stopped thrill seekers from sneaking in. Most don't stay long. Many say the forest has a way of pushing people out. Whatever happened there centuries ago, the town's ghostly presence refuses to fade.
I have to get out of this place before it is too late.
Number 12. Terlingua, Texas. In the sun-scorched desert of southwest Texas, near the Mexican border, stands Terlingua, a ghost town that once thrived on quicksilver mining. In the early 1900s, hundreds of workers filled its adobe homes, but deadly mercury exposure and falling prices destroyed the town. By the 1940s, it was abandoned, leaving behind empty houses, mine shafts, and a haunting stillness.
I think horrible things happened to the miners that worked here.
Locals say Terlingua never truly died. The old cemetery, with its crumbling wooden crosses, is said to come alive at night. Visitors have seen ghostly figures drifting between the graves, or heard faint music and laughter from the ruins. Some even claim to have spotted miners covered in dust, their lanterns glowing in the desert dark. One of the eeriest places is the old Chisos Mining Company building, where workers once handled liquid mercury. Strange lights have been seen there after sundown, and footsteps echo through the empty halls. Some believe the spirits of miners who suffered slow, painful deaths still wander the site. Today, Terlingua has found new life as a quirky tourist stop and chili cook-off destination. But when the sun sets over the desert hills, an uneasy quiet settles in. Beneath the beauty of the Texas stars, the ghosts of Terlingua's past still walk the sands, whispering stories of a town that refused to disappear.
If you enjoy this video, please click the like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.